31st of December, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua with Rashi. Good afternoon, Rabbi Moore. How are you? Hello again.
Can you catch a cold through Zoom?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Not an expert, though.
okay, because I seem to be going down with a cold. Anyway,
No.
okay, let's go.
Let's go. Who's reading?
Well, since Meir's a Kohen, we give him the first choice.
Okay, so this is Shemot. Okay, hold on 1 second. Shemot. Okay. So it says, Ve'ela Shemot b'nei Yisrael habayim Mitzrayma et Yaakov ish uveito ba'u. Okay. So, and these are the names of the children of Israel who came.
Sons of Israel.
Oh, the sons.
Because here we're only going to mention the sons. Okay.
Okay, of Israel. Who came to Mitzrayim? With
Yaakov.
With Yaakov. Okay, each man, a man,
and
and
his
his household came.
They came.
They came. Okay. So, Ve'ela Shemot. Okay, so this is Rashi. Ve'ela Shemot B'nai Yisrael. Okay, Af al pi she minaan b'chayehem bishmotam. So Af al pi, although he counted.
Well, he enumerated them.
Oh, them.
In their lifetime.
Enumerated them in their lifetime by their names.
As we find in Parshas Vayigash.
Oh, okay. Right. I think we double checked that it said the exact same thing. Okay. So let's see.
Actually, there it elaborates quite a bit more. It says it mentions 70.
It has the
70.
children.
Yeah.
Right. That's right. Okay. Let's see. Chazar u minaam b'mitatam. Okay.
It went and enumerated them again when they died, after they died.
Okay. Very good. Okay, let's go on.
Lahodia.
Okay. Lahodia hibatam. To make known hibatam, how cherished they are.
Correct.
Okay. Let's see. She nimshalu la kochavim. Oh, because nimshalu.
They are compared.
Oh, they're compared to stars, to these stars. Okay. Shemotzi'am Umachnisam b'mispar uvishemotam. Okay, so that he brings out this present tense.
Right. HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes out the stars, brings out the stars, and brings them back in, b'mispar, by number.
No, by number and by their names. Nishmotam. Shenemar, and it says, let's see, Hamotzi b'mispar tzva'am lechulam b'shem yikra. So one who takes out.
Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the one who takes out
Okay.
their
By
groups.
number. Okay.
Taba'am, their groups, b'mispar, by number. L'kulam, each one of them, all of them, b'shem yikra, is called by name.
Oh, okay. Will be called by their name. Okay.
Okay?
That's interesting. Okay, yeah.
So each star gets its own call-up paper.
Mm-hmm.
Amaisa, the Gemara in Brachas makes a cheshbon of how many stars there are. I have to have it written down somewhere.
Wow.
There are a phenomenal amount of stars. Okay?
Okay, but it's a definite number. It's not infinite, right?
No, because the world is finite. The universe is finite.
Right. Mhm.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I'm sorry.
The universe is expanding. It's constantly getting bigger. There's no limit to the universe.
Are new stars being created the whole time?
Yes. Stars are created from hydrogen. Hydrogen is constantly being generated.
That is true, but it doesn't mean it's infinite. Right now, it may be increasing, getting bigger, but even as it is, it's not infinite.
Well, you said that it's a fixed number of stars. And what my understanding is, it's not a fixed number, it's changing.
Oh, that I hear what you're saying. The Gemara in Brachas does mention that there's a certain number, makes a whole cheshbon of how many stars there are. I don't know, I'll have to look it up again, the Gemara there, but it's what the whole cheshbon is. Hold on 1 second, maybe I have it here.
It's into hell, isn't it?
Anyway, I'm just going to Let's do the search over here. We'll continue. Anyway, Yosef Haya b'Mitzrayim. Continue. Okay. Lou, pasuk base.
Pasuk base. Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda. Reuven, Shimon, Levi, and Yehuda. There's no Rashi on that. Oh, I gotta go to 5. Okay. Yisachar, Zvulun, Uvin, Yamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Va'asher, Vayihi, Kol, Nefesh, Yotzei, Yerech, Yaakov, Shiv, Nefesh, V'Yosef, Haya, V'Mitzrayim. Okay, so we have Issachar, Zebulun, and Binyamin, Dan, and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, and all the persons who emerged from Jacob's loins were 70 souls, and Joseph was in Egypt. So Rashi says, Yosef Haya b'Mitzrayim, v'halo hu uvanav bichlal shiv'im. Is it not that he and his sons biklal, what's biklal?
No, it's Yosef and his sons were included in the 70 souls.
Not included. Oh, included. It's included.
Yeah. Were they not included?
Were they not included in the 70 souls? Uma ba le lamdenu. And what does it come to teach us?
Right, this is when it says, Yosef Haya b'Mitzrayim.
Right. Ki lo hayinu yod'im shehu haya b'Mitzrayim. Because we would not have known, or it's a question, would we have not known that he was in Egypt? If it didn't say, and he was in Egypt, we already knew that.
Do we right? You already know.
But rather, lahodi acho tzid kaso shel Yosef, to inform you of the righteousness of Yosef, who Yosef ha-ro'eh es ton aviv. He was Yosef, who was a shepherd to the flocks of his father, who Yosef shehaya b'Mitzrayim b'na'asa melech, and he was Yosef, who was in Egypt, and was the king, became
a king.
V'omeid b'tzidko, and he stood in his righteousness.
Right, he remained steadfast in his righteousness.
So just as he was righteous when he was a lowly shepherd in Canaan, so he was just as righteous when he was a lordly king in Egypt.
Right. Yeah. By the way, I've looked it up over here. I have a paper over here on this Gemara. According to the Cheshbon of the Gemara, there's about over a quintillion number of stars.
Wow.
You know what a quintillion is?
It's a
After quadrillion.
it's
It's
a it's 1,000 trillion.
No, it's 1,000 quadrillion.
You
What's a
said,
quadrillion?
I thought you said it was a quadrillion.
Quadrillion is 1,000 trillion,
Oh,
Right.
and quintillion is 1,000 quadrillion.
Right, so it's 1,000,000 trillion.
Right.
But there's a problem with that, Rabbi, because at some point it says that your offspring will be like the stars. And there's a lot of Jews, but there's not a quintillion of them.
Okay. So the Mefarshim dwell on this. And they say that it is referring basically to the quality of the deeds of the Jewish people. That each mitzvah which a Yid does creates a star. Okay, I'm not going to go into the whole subject, but Lemaisa, that's how they say that it's more question of that in the deeds, the good deeds of the Jewish people, which create stars, they reach that number.
I see.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, just analyzing over here. I mean, the phenomenon that Yosef managed to remain steadfast in his righteousness is something mind-boggling. He was a 17-year-old boy. He had absolutely no support system around him, right? He was totally alone. He relied entirely on what he'd been taught by his father till the age of 17. He did not receive any further Jewish education, unless whatever what he could commit from memory was what he had. Yet he remained steadfast in all the principles and all the halachas and everything else his father taught him. Every single item that his father taught him, he remained steadfast in keeping those mitzvahs as much as he could, and in remaining with the knowledge of the Torah which his father taught him. And basically he was able to, should we say, survive spiritually in the land of Egypt, which was known for its immorality. He was able to remain steadfast in that. And not only that, that's why I thought I mentioned it like the Shabbos table yesterday, the idea that he managed to educate his children as well in the same way. The Ephraim and Menashe, normally we have a rule that from every subsequent generation that there's a kind of a drop, albeit a limited amount, but there's certainly that the following generation is not on the same spiritual level as the previous generation. That's what Chazal term is Yeridas Hadoros. Right? It's the drop in the spiritual level of each subsequent generation, the further we go away from Har Sinai. But anyway, here as well, the Ovis, Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, they were the forefathers, and the Chorah, the 12 tribes, however great they were not on the same spiritual level as Yaakov, nor Yitzchak, nor Avram. Yet, Ephraim and Menashe did succeed in being on the same spiritual level as Reuben and Shimon, meaning they were equal with the other 12 tribes, or the other 10 tribes more precisely. Okay? Which
Right.
is an amazing thing. They've been educated in Egypt, right? Obviously in the house of Yosef, and he managed to maintain their spiritual level to be on par with his brothers. Yosef's children remain spiritually on the same par with Yosef's brothers, which is something amazing. Okay. Let's continue. Meir, Pasuk Vov.
Okay, Vav. It says, Vayamat Yosef b'chol echav b'chol hador hahu. Yosef died, and all his brothers, and all that generation. Okay, no Rashi. Then it goes on. Uvenei Yisrael haru v'yishritzu v'yirbu v'ya'atzmu b'ma'od me'od v'timalei ha'aretz otam. Okay, so Bnei Yisrael was fruitful, and Yitzhak, that's sort of like swarming, isn't it?
Right, they swarmed.
Okay, so they swarmed, and they increased and became strong, very, very much, the Timalei, and they filled the land with them. Okay, Rashi. By Yishritzu, so 18.
Land became filled with them.
Mhm.
The
Okay, and it says, Shehayu Yoldot Shisha Bikeres Echad. So what, they were 6 births in
They gave, the Jewish women gave birth 6 children in one shot.
at one time. Okay. Wow. Oh. Very good.
Yeah, there's actually 2 different opinions in the Mefarshim of Rashi, from where this is derived.
Oh.
Yeah, some say, and this seems the implication because it says Vayishritzu, that among mammals, the mammal which has, generally there's not found among mammals that they give multiple births more than 6 at a time. And that is found by rodents. They give birth 6 at a time. Not sure all of them, but certain rodents do. But anyway, that you don't find among mammals that they give birth more than 6 at a time. That's generally the maximum. That's one shot, because it's from Sheretz, Vayishritzu. And the second opinion is there's 6 expressions over here. It says, Nesro Paru, means they were fruitful. Vayishritzu, they swarmed. Vayirbu, they multiplied. Vayatzma, became strong. That's 4. Bimoid, mo. That's 6 expressions. So each one of them indicates another baby born in each birth. Okay. What other I wanted to make a point? Okay, we'll see actually in the next pasuk. It says Vatimolei haaretz osom here. The land became filled with them. Now, L'cheira, we find before in Parshas Vayigash and Vayechi, both of them, that the Jewish people concentrated in Goshen. They didn't live in the entire land of Mitzrayim. And this is under Yaakov Avinu's request that the Jews, he and his descendants should stay in a place, they should dwell in a place themselves, keeping themselves to themselves, not mixing with the Egyptians. Yet over here it says that they multiplied and spread out, and the land became filled with them. So the Midrash says, the Yalkut says that this was the cause of the next pasuk. Vayokom melech chodosh al Mitzrayim. Okay, let's see, Lou. Let's see the pasuk Ches.
Pasuk Ches. Ches. Let's see. Vayakam melech chadash al Mitzrayim asher lo yada es Yosef. There arose a new king in Egypt, over Egypt, that did not know Yosef. Vayakam melech chadash, says Rashi. Rav u'Shmuel. Rav and Shmuel have a machlochis.
Right. How to explain this?
Chad Amar Chadash Mamash. One says it was actually a new king. V'chad Amar, and one says Shenis Chadshu Gezerosav. That it was not Mamash a new king. It was just that the old king changed his tune, started issuing new edicts. Asher lo yada, who did not know. Asa atzmo ki'ilu lo yad'o. He acted as if he did not know.
Right. Now, the Farshim explained this is really going on both explanations. Okay?
What do you mean by that?
Actually, it's a machlokas in that. Some say it's going only on the second explanation. It's nishchasu b'zeiros. Others say no, it was actually, it doesn't make a difference because
I see.
don't forget, Yosef acted as viceroy from the age of 30 till he passed away at the age of 110. That means he was on the scene, he was in power for 80 years. And that's highly unlikely that after Yosef passes away, comes along a guy and says, what? You actually believe all this stuff? There was never a Yosef around. That's pretty hard to believe. But somebody could go ahead and do that. Elamai means that he made out as if he didn't know Yosef. He kind of ignored whatever Yosef had done and just said, okay, these Jews over here, we're going to take care of them. They are, how do you call it? An enemy aliens, and we've got to deal with them. Okay. Let's continue. Maybe we'll stop here. Okay. Tell you what, we'll stop here for today. And Bez Hashem pick up tomorrow, Pasuk Test. Okay?
Thank you, Rabbi.
Fine. Very good. The Seder, Shekoyach. Thank you.
Okay, Shkoyach, have a good day.
Have a great day.